Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are going to unbox the quarterly Archer and Olive subscription kit. So this is a box that comes out once every 3 months and it's usually jam-packed with tons of items in one particular theme. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. As always, you can use code AmyPlansThings at Archer and Olive. I'm not sure that it works on the sub boxes, but it works on every other individual item. All right. Let's take a look. And this one is called Spectacular, and there are spoilers on the back. I have tried hard not to see much about this box other than I know what this notebook is. So we'll take a look at that last. But we have a lot of things here. So there are always like 2 notebooks and then a bunch of other supplies. All right, moving things aside. Okay, so it looks like we have the 2 notebooks, die cut ephemera stickers, book page rest, ooh, interesting, acrylographs, tapes, a notepad, and an accordion folio. Interesting. Okay, let's start with the decorative tapes. Oh my gosh, those tickets! That is so cool. Okay, we have to take a look at this. So I'm just gonna lay them out right here so you can see them. Look at those tickets. That is so much fun. Let's move in. Okay, I have to remember to move us out in just a minute. But we also have this one, which has gold foil. And it's like a dark brown maroon kind of color. And we have this one, which is the pink and white stripes with a gold foil on top. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. We are taking the kids this weekend to a Cirque show, and it will be my son's first show. And this is making me think all about it with like the tickets and just these like kind of curtain-y vibes. I don't know. Super fun. This is a fun tape set. There's a lot of foil on these. Just looks really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that up. Okay, so next up, let's go ahead and look at the notepad, but first move ourselves out. Sorry, might shake a little as I do that. Okay. So yeah, I avoided seeing spoilers for everything except I couldn't keep away from seeing the notebook there. That is pretty cool. Okay, so this is just one of their notepads where they have the dot grid paper in all sorts of colors. Ooh, I like the gold that this is. And it's all perforated so you can easily tear it. But we have 3 colors here, a navy, a dark gray, a pink, and a green. All right. Next up, let's look at the accordion folio. I'm really curious about this. What is it? I mean, it's a folio, of course, but what is it for? Okay. Ooh. Is it for creating with, not storing things, but like making things? Oh, look at that. Okay. Nope, it's for storing things. Okay. It's a very nice way to store stuff if you'd like. You could put die cut stickers or ephemera or things or small sticker sheets in here to organize it. Cool. And then it has a little bow. Oh, that's cute. For me, since I have so many supplies, I'm not sure it's very useful, but it is very pretty. It's a nice collectible, isn't it? Okay, ephemera die cut stickers, which this is what you could then store in there. There's more. Okay. Tickets. a spectacular night. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting it all around. This is cute. I really like the ticket ones a lot. I like these frames a lot. I think this is really cool. Yeah, this is pretty nice. All right. I think I want to save the tickets though, or these things, to make a junk journal spread with pictures from the event we're going to very soon. That would be fun. Okay. All right, this is a book page rest. So you're supposed to put it like this and it holds open your book. And it has a spot you could put like a pen through to rest still. Okay, so when we open up this notebook, we'll see how that works. But first, some new acrylographs, and these look shiny. They look like kind of foiled. I mean, in pen form. Okay, the colors are Red Carpet, Glimmer, Ballet Pink, Smoke Blue, and Midnight Marquee. And they have stickers if you want to put them on it. I never have with my others, so I feel like I don't need to. So I'm just going to stick those aside. But, okay, they do have a little glimmer, like glitter in them, it looks like. We will test those out. They're supposed, I mean, are these ones? Let's see. Where did my box go? I just threw it on the ground. Okay. These ones are water-based acrylic. So they should work on top of even green. So let's go ahead and try those before we look at the notebooks. So with these, you have to shake them to get them started. So I'm just going to shake all of them at once. Okay. And then once you've shaken them, you need to press down on them. And you see the ink starts to come down until it's down at the tip. And then I can color. So you can use these to color. You can use these to write. They have a whole lot of packs online, though I've never seen glitter ones before. Maybe there have been. I don't buy a ton of them. I usually only get the ones that are in the packs. But they are nice acrylic markers. Okay, let's try the other sizes. Oh my gosh. The other colors. We did shake these, so this should start coming down soon. Oh, I see the red starting to go. So you can see how they work on other colors because they are acrylic paint pens. Hey, the red's like right there. It's almost to the tip. Okay, there we go. So these definitely have a sparkle in them, which is kind of cool. So this one's the grayish one. So it still kind of has some blue undertones to it. It's just that up there is more midnight, and this has more of like a blue-gray feel. But they're both nice and dark. So this one was the red. It turned out a little pinkish on the green. We can grab a white piece of paper too to check the differences. And then this one's gold. Okay, so you can see those here. Let's go ahead and grab, do I have any paper sitting here? Those are stickers, don't want to use those. Let me grab a piece of paper. Here's just some printer paper, and we are gonna do them in this order again to see how they look, to see if there's any huge difference between this, because I did do it on the green. Okay, that is turning out a little redder. I don't see much of a difference on the blue one though. This is pretty similar to that one. I have a feeling this one's going to be way different because it's lighter. This looks more peach on this one, and it was more like pink there. And that is just a little more pigmented, though it is still pretty similar. So there you go. That's what the pens look like. Okay, now let's take a look at this notebook. Oh, look at this. This is striped like the tape. That is cool. It's like a linen cover. Has a little gold foil there too and nothing on the back. Stripes over there. All the pages are always 160 GSM. We've got our 2 bookmarks. And we have our pocket. Very cute. Okay, now this one is the interesting one. Do you see how thick this is? Okay, so you're gonna have to tell me, if you haven't seen this before, tell me your thoughts on it. This is very controversial, I feel like, because it may or may not be very useful, but it's very cool. Okay, so they created a split in the middle and put this whole big locking mechanism on it. It is so unique and creative, and I absolutely love the creativity of it. But I'm wondering how it will actually work. Oh, we forgot to do the book thing. 1 second. It doesn't have a, like, this book belongs to or anything. I'm wondering how it'll actually work if you're trying to write over here and coming over the edge and stuff. So I'm wondering how useful it is because of that. But I absolutely love the concept and them trying new things. But okay, so differences between different books. It has the pocket and everything. It does not have the pen loop. It does not have this. It does have the 2 bookmarks still. And then, as you can see, the pages are not rounded. So those are the difference in the book. So tell me with this, do you like the middle fold? Do you think you'd use something like this? Or is it too crazy and the writing aspect, which is what we use our journals for, is just too much? Let me know, because I'm curious. But I forgot to try this. This would go right here to hold it open, and you could have like your pen through that little hole so that the book doesn't start closing. So like this one wants to close. Let's put it down. Kind of works. You have to place it very gently to make it actually work, but it's holding it open more, and I don't know. It's cute. Anyways, that is the entire box from the Archer and Olive collection. I think I am going to save these for like a junk journal spread after the Cirque show that we go to. So let's go ahead and use, okay, I am almost done with this notebook. This is also an Archer and Olive notebook. This is a B6 size. These ones are A5 size. So this is a B6 size, and I am almost done decorating this entire thing. And I want to finish it so that then I can gift it. I need to finish this page. Never finished it other than that part because I did a little gyro cut tutorial on like shorts, and so I never did the whole spread. So I'll finish that one, but we are getting close. We have 1 Dutch door to make. What? That's not enough for this. Okay. because I wanted to use all of these and make some very simple waterfall tabs. We're not going to use that one then. Let's think. Which one do I want to use? We can do this one. This one would be fun to do. This one's from Notebook Therapy. And again, I've started creating things in it, but haven't filled it out all the way. Let's remove that. All right, so we are here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So waterfall tabs are the simplest thing to start with if you are new to Dutch doors. So they use straight pieces of washi, and the idea is that you make cuts, straight cuts down your page. So it's easiest to start from the back to know exactly where all your tapes need to go. And I want to use this one on the back because it's the widest. And I leave the ends off when doing waterfall tabs so that I can get this all set up. Because this way, then I can see where the edges are right here. And we'll grab scissors at the end. For waterfall tabs, you do not need a gyro cut because scissors are the easiest way to do this. Okay, so I am just going to put this down. And then I think I want this one on the front, so I'm going to do this one next. And then the very last tab will be this. And so if you have a skinny traveler's notebook like this that you're using as your journal, when I have pages that are this small, I typically will make my journaling page this whole thing and just go across the spine. This is pretty lay flat, so it's not that hard to write across. All right, now that we've got that, we're gonna trim these because sometimes they get stuck while I'm using my scissors to cut the pages. And then we'll put the matching tape on the back side as well. So all you need to do is take your scissors and cut. I'm going to get that back one last because it has a curved corner. So it will be easier to cut with the page flipped over. Like this. Okay. So now we're just going to go through and cut all of these. This is looking so cute. But as you can see, this is minimal stakes as far as cuts go. You can use scissors. You don't need any special supplies, washi tapes. You can choose any theme that you have. You don't need to use these specific ones. And yeah, it's a good first start if you're scared to cut the page and do something that has like a shape on it. So it also just looks really cool. So I do love a good set of waterfall tabs. So there we go. I have a little bit that I got not quite straight right there. All right, let's put it on the back side. This one's a little more in than I wanted. Like I wish I could see a little bit more, but at the same time, I try hard not to look too much at the mistakes because it's a process and really it's the creative outlet of it in creating a journal, which both of those things are great for your mental health, the creativity and the journaling. So even though my perfectionist tendencies come out sometimes, I try very hard to ignore the mistakes and just move on. Oh, that was not straight. When I notice things though, I can fix them in the moment if I need to. Okay, so I'm putting all these down again. We'll trim them, and then one thing I like to do is use my corner rounder. That is not necessary. You do not need a corner rounder. You could also do it with scissors and approximate it, but you don't even need to do that. I just like to do that because the edges are rounded on all the pages. So then when I've cut these ones, I just think it all like matches a little bit if I round the corners. Okay, so we're gonna do that before I forget, which, here we go. And it's easiest if you do it upside down so you can see right in here and see that it's all the way into the corner so you don't mess up the cut. Which, that one I just did. Okay, fixed. There we go. So we've got that. And with that, we'll put this one back on this side. But first, let's see, how far does it go? We could put one more thing with it. Okay, we're gonna put this one first. Then I might put the thinnest tape down here too. One thing I like is when I can have this area kind of covered so that when the smallest one is open, you don't see a bunch of stuff here. So what if we put it like that? Or did this one would fit like perfectly? Well, let's try it and see what it looks like. Great thing, washi tapes peel up really nicely usually, not always. So you can bring them up if you need to. So that is not quite straight. Let's trim just the tiniest bit. Okay. Yeah, let's do it like that. All right, so this is everything. And at this point, we need to make some function. So what if we have these? What if we take some of them? I'm first going to remove that because we don't need it. I think the pink and the blue especially would look really lovely in this. So what if we make some boxes out of these? So when using something like this as boxes, you just have to realize that you will need a white, like an acrylic based pen basically, or a gel pen. So something like this, or a white jelly roll pen or something like that to write on these. But we are going to create some boxes using my paper thingy, paper cutter. Okay, I have all these scraps in here from the last project. Whoops. Go away, scraps. Okay. So I'm gonna cut right here first to get rid of those perforation marks. And then I'm gonna trim off the rounded corner so it can be all even. I might round the corners in a minute, but then it's the corner rounder punch is not quite the same in terms of how it rounds the corners. So we'll do that first. And we're going to cut kind of halfway down the middle. It doesn't really matter exactly where it is, but that was pretty even. Okay, I'm going to go through and do that for all of them so that we have 4 pieces of each color. Okay. Now the other pink one I ripped a tiny bit, so one of the pieces is going to be smaller than the others, and that's okay. They don't need to be exactly the same because every page is a different size now that we've made those waterfall tabs. So this is great if you don't have any boxes. You can create your own using colorful paper. You can draw your own using highlighters or acrylographs or whatever. Lots of options for you. This one I'm going to go cut way over there to get rid of that little broken part because we do want even boxes. Okay. There we go. And then I may grab some colorful boxes that are like on white after we put some of these down, but let's take a look at what we're doing. Okay, so this one is very dark. So I'd like this here, that here. Change it up. We might need to trim some of these to make them a little smaller. Let's do that. I'm actually going to cut this one in half here. We may not use all of these, but that one can go there. This one will fit here. Let's make this one smaller too, and I will cut it like there. Oh, it needs to be skinnier that way too. Not cut all the way. Try again. Okay. And then this one is the one that I would go across this page. This one I might go across the page too, but I can do... Let's do it like that on this one. Okay. So we need some double-sided tape, which I've got here. So we're just going to start going for that. So when putting stuff across a seam, like the spine right here, I'm going to go ahead and put it down on one side and then press it into the like edge right there and then put it down on the other side. Then just close it to make sure everything works out well. All right, now we'll go ahead and do this one and that one. And then I think I will get some black boxes to do a little layering because I like layering. I messed up a little bit of this, so I'm just fixing that. Good enough. All right. I think I will use a few of the stickers, just knowing that I want to keep some of them. I'll set aside the ones that I want to use for my junk journal and then use a few of them because I do want to put them into this theme. I think they'll look great. Okay. All right, so one for the junk journal, maybe just one of each of the things for the junk journal and one for here. Let's see if I can find the duplicates of each item. But the boxes I probably wouldn't use in the junk journal, so I will grab all the boxes. Okay, there's the extra. Yeah, this is great. This will do good. Okay. Okay. There we go. Saving those for later, using these now. That'll work well. Okay, so then I'm not going to grab extra boxes because I can use these boxes for layering as well as this stuff. And I am going to layer it over the washi tape too. I don't always do that because I don't want to get in the way of like what it looks like as these are closed, but I actually think in this case it's going to look pretty cool. Okay. So this one I'm going to put like that for this kind of cool layered look. Okay. Now, let's see what we've got. We have all this ephemera pieces. I'm going to leave all the ephemera till the end and get these boxes in first. And these can kind of be boxes too. So let's do those and leave all this till the end. Okay. So we have 4 actual other boxes, so 1 per page. And then these as well. Oh, that actually could be pretty cool. And that goes right across the center though. So I should put it over like this. So the seam is in the way like as little as possible. Okay. Can I peel it? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to lay this one down first to try to line it up. Oh my gosh, it's stuck to me. It's a very sticky sticker. All right, you're going to hear a little noise. House cleaner just came. But we will keep going. Okay, this one's moving a little now that I put it into the corner or the spine of the spread. So I'm just trying to make sure that it is lined up. All right, so it's getting a little bit offset there. I'd rather have it offset closer to the spine. So I'm just trying to move it around. Good enough. Okay, so we've got that. Then we also could like put this in somewhere. Let's get it right here. I think that'll look cool, giving us lots of boxes, and this becomes a 1 day of spread too because all these are layered together. All right, so there we go. So we will put the red one with this stuff again. Do I just put it in the middle? Yes, I just put it in the middle because again, it's the traveler's notebook is a pretty small notebook. So using it in this way gives you more space for writing. Cool. Okay. And then this, we have 2 left and we can do them on the same, or on 2 days, I think. So we can go ahead. Oh my gosh, this one really likes to curl. It's like washi paper and it's really fragile. So this may have been better on the thicker paper. Like these are a nice thick paper. This might have been easier to be on a thick paper, but okay. There we go. And I actually kind of want to just put it over this as like a header spot. It takes up a lot of what we put down, but whatever. I think I like the look of that. Okay. Because then it keeps this in that motion rather than putting something random right down there. Okay, now we have all these extra things. So the ticket, honestly, the best spot for it is this page because there's so much space. There we go. And then because we did that, this one we'll actually put right here. I think that'll add to this flow really nicely. This is the next biggest sticker. That's why I wanted it to go on the last page, because we have the most room over there. Okay. Perfect. All right, so then that means the curtains, we could put like this, or actually I kind of like it right here. Let's do that. Again, putting it as part of the flow of the boxes, because then that doesn't take away from the like image that you're creating with the flow of the boxes. Okay, so this is right on the spine, so I have to push into it. If stickers or washi ever start rising on like an edge, you just might need some double-sided tape to tamp it down a little bit. This is looking pretty fun, you guys. Okay. All right, now we have 2 stars and 4 tickets. So we should do 1 ticket per page, and then we'll see where the stars are needed. We'll do admin 1 right there. This one I think is gonna look good filling that little gap. This is feeling very art journal-y with all our layering. It's really fun. Okay, let's do the blue on this page. And we have this up here. So what if we put this right there? Okay. And then this ticket, I think it needs to go right here. Okay, then things, we have 2 stars. Things that are looking a little empty. I think we could put a star here and a star on this page. So let's do the big one here. I think that's gonna look better. Just making it up as I go. Okay. And then this star, I think, needs to go like here or something. All right, so I'm keeping the other ones for my junk journal spread for after Cirque this week. But this is super cute. This is the full Waterfall tab spread using the materials that I got in the Archer and Olive subscription box. All right, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.